Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell 'em. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. Truly excited to have Coach Jodi Marver on with us. Amazing lady doing some awesome things. And first, Coach, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited for this.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
Well, let's dive into it. I know off air, we talked about, your journey and the things that you're involved in. But if you don't mind sharing a little bit about that with the audience so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
Yeah, exactly. So my name's Jodi Marver. I grew up in Northbrook, Illinois, so right outside of Chicago. My story of my life really revolves a lot around basketball. So went to Glenbrook North High School, played basketball there, really fell in love with the sport and kind of what it brought to me, the friendships, all the, life skills and everything that I wanted to continue basketball in college. So I went to Knox College and played basketball there for 4 years. Had an awesome experience there, made a lot of great friends, had awesome teammates, and just really had a fun time in college playing basketball. And from there, I knew I wanted to continue to still be in the basketball realm. So I got into coaching right after college. And I coached at Niles North High School for 3 years as the JV head coach and the assistant varsity coach. And really loved that. Got to dip my feet into coaching and really see what that's all about. And then I had an opportunity at Willows Academy fall into my lap to be a head varsity coach, and immediately took that and have been, there ever since. And really just loving being able to be a teacher and a coach in the same building and building relationships with the girls and, doing all of that great stuff.
It's good. So good. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
That's a good question. So I would say the first thing is like with my team, like where we've come and how far we've come. So we are back-to-back regional champs, which is great. We made it to the Sweet 16 this year. We beat the school record for most wins in a season. And I think that all of those things are really, exciting. But I think the number one thing that makes me excited is the culture and how much the girls have grown. And I can see that they've grown both on and off the court, and the success that has come both for them as people and also for our program is the number one thing that I'm, just really proud of. Secondly, I would have to say just the job that I have. I think you can already tell, like, I love my job. I get to go into work every single day
So good.
and work with kids that absolutely are the best in my eyes. And I get to, help them grow into, because I work at an all-female school as well. So all female staff, all girls school. And so it's really just working with these girls and helping empower them, give them self-confidence. Just being able to be a part of that world is really awesome for me. So I'd say that's the second thing. And the third thing is more of a personal thing. I got inducted in the Knox College Hall of Fame this past fall. And so that is something I'm really proud of. And just, really helped me see full circle of like my career and, how far I've come as an individual. And so that were 3 things I'm proud of.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And definitely 3 things to be proud of for sure. And so just listening to you talk about your journey, hearing you discuss the amazing things that you're proud of, I would consider that to be successful. So let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
So my definition of success, I would say, kind of goes in the same wheelhouse as basketball. So it would be, growing as a person, both on and off the court. And that's kind of, what I really try to put in my culture as a head coach And if these girls can grow as basketball players, great, but it's bigger than basketball. It's really the like different key elements that they can learn from our program, things like self-confidence, communication, collaboration, working as a team, believing in one another. Like these things they could take into the real world and use when they go to college, when they have a job, and just becoming good people, I think is really important. So I think we have success on paper, like I said before, with all of like the winning that we've had in our program and the different things that we've achieved, but we've achieved those results because of the success that they have, growing as people and being a team. And so I think that those two things really go hand in hand.
It's good. If you don't mind, I'd love to maybe go off script a little bit here.
Yeah, let's go
Maybe
off script.
throw like three words or phrases at you, and you just talk about what comes to mind at your heart when you hear these words or phrases. You okay with that?
Let's do it.
All right. So the first phrase, you may have heard this one before, Coach. The first phrase I want to give you is triple threat.
Triple threat. Okay, so for me, I would say triple threat obviously is a basketball term, but the triple threat also means like three keys, right? So I think like when I'm thinking of triple threat, I think what are the three keys to success or three keys that we need for culture? And so those three keys for me is communication. I think that's the number one thing I teach the girls is how important it is to communicate. Um, and I think that that's the number one thing that drives us to be a really great team is because the girls know they need to communicate with me, if they're going to be late for practice, if something comes up, if, they're not feeling well, whatever. They need to communicate with each other, top down mentality with like the captains communicating with the team communicating within one another in order to be successful. Um, and just communication in general on the court is obviously very important. So I would say that's probably my first thing of the triple threat is communication. The second thing is self-confidence. I think as, working in an all-female school, that is the number one thing that I think is super important to, bring to these kids is teaching them how to have self-confidence. I think that empowering females is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And so teaching them to be proud of themselves, to be confident in themselves is something that they can definitely learn through playing basketball. And the third thing I would just say is like hard work. They're learning hard work through the program. They have multiple opportunities, throughout the year to put in the work and to put in hard work and see results. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
Man, you killed that, Coach. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So the next one I want to give you is ball is life.
Mm, okay. I would say ball is life is kind of like a representation of my life, but I would say that it's more of like ball is life skills, right? So this is like the things that I'm talking about. Just like on a personal note, like growing up, basketball was always like my outlet and the thing that I could turn to, and always whatever was going on in my life, I had basketball, and I think that I want that to be something that the girls take from this. Now, not all of them are going to be playing basketball in college like me or coaching like me, or maybe never touch a basketball after high school. But ball is life to me is like, what did they learn from the time that they were at Willows Academy in the program that they can apply to their life, right? Because these girls are all amazing athletes and amazing people, but they're more than just basketball players. And even though, some of them have gone on to play in college, and that's great, a lot of them won't. And so my job as a coach is like, what am I teaching them? What am I giving them to help them be successful in life? And so that's where the ball is life mentality is like, okay, what did they get out of playing basketball that they can apply to their life?
Good. I think just hearing you talk about that, I think about the words transferable skills,
Mhm.
right? Those are all things, you being a long time, basketball player, me being a former athlete, it's crazy how like all of those things we learn through ball
Yeah.
that we use in our day-to-day life that we learned a long time ago. right? And
Hmm.
it helps us, operate and be smooth. But I think the beauty of that is now, for the people that we teach and coach, we can share that with them and help them move more efficiently and effectively in their life.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So the last one I want to give you, I'm gonna
Mhm.
pause a little bit before I give you this one, and then I'm gonna lean in and say, "Hey, this is the good one right here, Coach. This is the good
Okay.
one."
All right.
So you can get ready. Uh, but the last one I want to give you is legacy.
Legacy. Now that's a good word. And I
Yeah.
think that legacy to me means that like what are you leaving behind, right? And so I think that to me, I think of my program and what the girls have like left behind. And although we have had so much success as of recent, the girls that were there at the beginning when I first got there, that put in the hard work, that put in the grind to get, the program starting to go, they're all part of the legacy, right? And so I think that that's something that's really important to note is that there's, stepping stones to everything. We didn't just go from being a team that only had, because when I first got to Willows, there was only 8 girls in the whole high school program, and they had only won 8 games in the season. And so it was not in the best shape. And now we have a JV and varsity team. We're winning regionals. We're beating school records. We're playing against big schools and beating them. But from here to here, there was a lot of stepping stones. And the girls that were a part of those stepping stones really have a huge legacy. And I think that that's really important to note because even though the girls that are in the program now are seeing the results, there were girls that were putting in the work and doing all of the things we did and didn't quite see the results yet. But now I think that it's important for them to know, and if they're listening, shout out to them. They're part of the
The
legacy
legacy.
of
Yeah.
what Willow's culture is and what, it has become. And I think in any sort of like collaborative thing, so this can apply to like a work setting or any collaborative group, there are stepping stones and there are people that are in, the process of when it becomes something great, right? And even though not everyone sees those results in the Willows program, they're part of the legacy of what it's become. And so legacy for me, I think, is just a part of like the stepping stones of what, has made our team what it is today.
So good. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can go follow you, check you out, and show you some love with all of the amazing things you got going on, Coach.
Yeah, definitely. So Willows Hoops is our tag. So at Willows Hoops, we have an Instagram and we have a Twitter. You can also follow my personal stuff at Jodi Marver. I have a Twitter account where I follow the great Chip Baker. Um, and so those are some ways to, follow all the great stuff that we're doing.
So good. Well, again, Coach, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Go get it.